Hi, I'm Abigail Carroll, and I own and operate Nonesuch Oysters, an award-winning boutique oyster farm in Scarborough, Maine. Being a female oyster farmer does not distinguish me as much as you'd think. In fact, I follow in a distinct tradition of women oyster farmers, many of whom, like this 19th century French oyster lady, share my appreciation for fashionable activewear. While our tastes are a bit different, I'd still kill for her shoes. What does distinguish me from other women oyster farmers is that I never actually wanted to be one. A few years ago, after over a decade of living in Paris, France, I wound up with an oyster farm on my hands back home in Maine after a consulting project went awry. At that point, I took my father's advice. I dried my tears, bought a pair of waders, and got my hands dirty. Very dirty. In a talk I gave at a TED Youth Conference, I described how becoming an oyster farmer was the best thing to ever happen to me. I can't say the same for my skin. I already suffered from problematic sensitive skin, and now I was developing inflamed, cracked, stinging lobster man hands.
Those shells are lethal. Gotta wear the gloves.
I wanted to work hard like a lobsterman, not look like one. Just because I'm a farmer doesn't mean I've lost my Parisian sensibilities. Don't we all want to look and feel well at the end of a hard day of work? As a sea farmer, I've learned that marine elements, like seaweed, have vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and a host of other properties that have terrific benefits for your skin. The French have always been into marine-based skincare, and I finally understand why. I wanted marine ingredients in my skincare regimen, but I also wanted natural products. My mantra at the farm has become, nature works well when you let it. The more I let nature do its work, the better and more beautiful our oysters become. When I didn't find natural marine products that appealed to me on the market, I started to develop my own products in my kitchen with seaweed and sea salt harvested by other small Maine providers. Serendipitously, I was invited to join Maine's entrepreneurship program, Top Gun. The organizers were a bit surprised to hear that the oyster lady wanted to pursue skincare, but I was convinced that there was a missing place in the industry for thoughtful natural marine products with local ingredients. So I went for it. Developing safe and effective products, however, is an extremely technical business. I enlisted the help of some natural skincare gurus, and I hired a bright marine science student from a local university. It took a lot of time and research, but then our tinkering took a new turn. We had product. Before we were even ready, an order came in for 200 mini Maine sea salt scrubs for a wedding. Suddenly, we were in business. At Nonesuch, we aspire to make natural products that are both luxurious to use and careful of our environment. We don't believe that nature and luxury are incompatible. In fact, nature is the greatest luxury of all. Let's never forget to protect it so we can continue to enjoy it.
Says farming and fashion don't have to be incompatible. Should I scatter some seed for ground seeding? Is the best. You can hear them say, whee! So many beautiful oysters down here. I love this. This is my favorite thing to do. Look, a ballon that attached to an American oyster. See, we all can get along. Okay. They're using that on YouTube.
We really need to think about what we're doing to help make sure that